Ghost sightings. Humanity's favorite excuse for weird noises, bad plumbing, and shaky phone footage. For centuries, we've been obsessed with invisible roommates who never pay rent, forever haunting drafty houses and broken cameras. From Victorian phantoms to TikTok entities, people claim to see spirits everywhere, except in clear daylight with proper focus. Whether it's chills, whispers, or floating orbs, every bump in the night somehow becomes supernatural. So grab your EMF meter, dim the lights, and get ready to roast centuries of spooky nonsense. Sorry to interrupt, but the ghost in your closet says you've been watching without subscribing, and it's getting real annoyed. Thanks. Blurry photos and pixelated proof. If ghosts are trying to prove they exist, they're failing spectacularly. Every photo is blurry, every video filmed by someone with the motor control of a caffeinated squirrel. We live in an era where phones can capture stars in 4K, yet ghosts still insist on showing up as fuzzy blobs and foggy shapes. It's as if the afterlife runs on potato-quality resolution. Paranormal investigators upload undeniable evidence that looks more like smudged fingerprints or bad Photoshop. Until one of these spirits learns to pose for a high-definition portrait, the only thing haunting us is bad photography. Ghosts may transcend time, but apparently not autofocus. Orb hysteria? Yes, the mystical glowing orbs believers swear they're spirits floating through the air, but science calls them dust particles catching light. Sometimes they're insects, sometimes moisture, always boring. Take a photo in a dusty attic and suddenly you've got an army of wandering souls. Orbs are basically the glitter of the paranormal world. Pretty, meaningless, and impossible to escape once they appear. Ghost hunters gasp over every tiny light, forgetting that camera flashes exist. If every speck of dust were a ghost, cleaning supplies would be the most powerful exorcism tool on Earth. Ghost hunters and gadget worship. Ghost hunters love technology almost as much as they love drama. They wander dark hallways armed with blinking gadgets, convinced that every beep is a soul reaching out. EMF meters were designed for electricians, not necromancers, but that doesn't stop them from waving them around like magic wands. The famous spirit box spews static and radio chatter, yet somehow every burst of white noise gets translated into heartfelt ghost confessions. With enough imagination, static becomes Shakespeare. The whole setup looks less like science and more like a garage sale of broken electronics. If the dead truly speak through Bluetooth interference, then the afterlife has terrible reception. Cold spots and convenient drafts. The chill in the air, the goosebumps, the shiver, clearly the work of ghosts, or perhaps insulation failure. Paranormal fans insist that sudden temperature drops mean spirits are nearby, but thermodynamics has a simpler answer. Old houses leak air. Every mansion, cellar, and basement on Earth could pass for haunted if we forget about drafts. Ghost shows treat cold spots like sacred proof, yet never bother checking for open vents or cracked windows. It's amazing how many hauntings vanish once someone fixes the heating. If ghosts truly drain energy to make rooms cold, they're basically invisible air conditioners with attitude. The haunted doll economy. Nothing boosts a ghost story faster than a doll with cracked porcelain skin and dead eyes. From Annabelle to Robert, haunted dolls are pop culture royalty. But think about it. Why would a restless spirit choose a child's toy as their eternal home? It's cramped, fragile, and can't even blink. Most so-called haunted dolls come with perfect marketing backstories: tragic child, mysterious death, spooky attic. Then they're sold on eBay for hundreds of dollars to collectors who mistake mildew for malevolence. Haunted dolls prove that nothing sells faster than fear, especially when it comes in pint-sized packaging. The only thing truly possessed is your wallet. EVP and the language of static. Electronic voice. Phenomena are supposed to capture voices from beyond, but most sound like a microwave dying. Paranormal teams replay fuzzy recordings for hours until someone swears they hear, "Help me." In reality, it's pareidolia, our brain's tendency to find patterns in noise. The more you want to hear a message, the more likely you'll imagine one. Somehow, a random hiss turns into a ghost monologue. If spirits are really communicating, they need speech lessons and a decent microphone. Until then, EVP stands for extremely vague phrases. The Ouija board illusion. Few tools have scared generations like the humble Ouija board, conveniently sold next to Monopoly. People treat this cardboard alphabet as a gateway to the afterlife, when in reality it's powered by the ideomotor effect, tiny subconscious movements from the players themselves. Two bored friends and a dark room become instant summoning rituals. The planchette glides, someone gasps, and now you've contacted Uncle Larry. Psychologists call it muscle memory, horror movies call it possession. Either way, if the veil between worlds can be opened by a toy company, the spirit realm has serious security flaws. The door slam epidemic. Ghosts apparently have one favorite hobby: slamming doors. Every haunting video online features a door moving dramatically as someone screams. But physics exists. Air pressure, drafts, and poorly fitted hinges explain almost every case. Still, the internet insists it's proof of the undead. If the afterlife involves an eternity of petty door slamming, then ghosts are just celestial toddlers having tantrums. Maybe they're trying to get attention, or maybe they just hate hinges. Either way, until one of them installs a doorknob properly, I'm blaming the wind. Haunted hotels and tourist traps. Haunted hotels are the Vegas Strip of the supernatural. Glamorous, overpriced, and full of hype. Every creaky hallway becomes historic. Every cold draft, a ghostly whisper. These places charge extra for spooky legends, offering midnight tours and themed cocktails. Miraculously, the most haunted rooms are always the ones with the best view and the highest rate. Guests check in hoping for ghostly encounters and leave with blurry photos and credit card regret. Whether or not spirits exist, the marketing team definitely does. Nothing haunts your wallet like a ghost tour gift shop. Did you hear that? The most common phrase in ghost hunting history. Someone hears a noise, maybe a floorboard, a sigh, or a mouse, and suddenly the crew freezes. Cue night vision panic and whispered speculation. Did you hear that? Has become a battle cry for every reality TV investigator desperate for suspense. Yet in old buildings, creaks and pops are just temperature changes expanding wood. Sometimes it's plumbing, sometimes an animal, but never, apparently, logic. Ghost shows need drama, so every squeak becomes an existential threat. The real haunting is the sound of producers cheering off camera. Ghost fashion faux pas. Spirits seem allergic to modern style. They always appear in Victorian gowns, Civil War uniforms, or ragged nightgowns. Never sweatpants or hoodies. Apparently, heaven has a strict vintage dress code. Maybe they're doomed to wear whatever they died in, which makes eternity sound like an endless costume party. You'd think at least one modern ghost would show up rocking sneakers or wireless earbuds. But no, the afterlife is trapped in historical cosplay forever. If style really reflects the soul, ghosts seriously need a wardrobe update. Unfinished business syndrome. Every haunting comes with the same excuse. The ghost has unfinished business. Apparently, the afterlife operates on unresolved errands. Lost loves, unpaid debts, tragic deaths. It's all very cinematic. But statistically, shouldn't some ghosts have unfinished minor business too? Where's the spirit lingering because they forgot their Netflix password? Or the one who still owes late fees on a library book? Unfinished business makes good storytelling, but it's also the ultimate paranormal cliche. Either the dead have incredible organizational skills, or we're projecting our own procrastination onto eternity. Flickering lights and lazy electricians. If ghosts are trying to communicate, flickering lights are the least efficient method imaginable. Every haunted building apparently doubles as an electrical hazard. Power surges, loose wiring, and bad bulbs can explain nearly all of it. Yet ghost hunters insist it's Morse code from the beyond. The idea that spirits manipulate electricity ignores basic maintenance. Maybe instead of calling a priest, people should call an electrician. Until ghosts manage a proper light show spelling hello, every flicker just means the wiring's older than the haunting. The timelessness problem. Almost every ghost sighting features someone from centuries ago: a maid, a soldier, a child with a lantern. Modern ghosts seem to have taken early retirement. Where are the millennial phantoms scrolling their spectral phones? If spirits truly represent all who've died, there should be millions of them haunting malls and airports. The absence of contemporary ghosts suggests one of two things. Either haunting went out of style, or the afterlife upgraded to cloud storage. The supernatural world seems oddly selective about who gets haunting privileges, leaving the rest of us wondering why time stopped at 1900. The mystery marketing strategy. For entities supposedly desperate to reach us, ghosts have the worst communication skills imaginable. Instead of clear messages, we get cryptic whispers, cold drafts, and moving curtains. It's like they're allergic to direct conversation. If spirits truly wanted attention, they could just appear on camera, write a legible note, or at least stop hiding behind fog effects. But no, ambiguity sells. The less proof we have, the more we talk about it. Maybe ghosts aren't haunting us, they're just excellent at branding. Eternal mystery equals endless content. And there you have it. Have you ever seen a ghost? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.